Yo, what's going on, everybody? So this video is going to be about why I decided to move to Bangkok, Thailand at 22 years of age by myself, and I'm also going to be explaining my thought processes and basically just my mindset as to why I made this decision. But first things first, I don't have a mic as of right now. I'm currently going to be investing into getting one, so the audio is better and more crisp for you guys. But comment down below if the audio is unbearable, because I just want to know. But if it's okay for right now, still comment down below if it's good or not. But I'm still going to be getting a mic for future videos. But anyways, let's get right into it. So I'd say there's multiple reasons why I decided to make this decision as to why I decided to move to Bangkok. But first things first, I decided to move here because I felt like I was pretty much not making any progress back home in California. Long story, when I was 18, I had moved away. I moved from Pennsylvania to California on my own, and I made a lot of progress as an individual. I pretty much got myself in shape, had bought myself a car. I had done a lot of things to better myself, despite being only 18 years old and living in a place where it was pretty much foreign to me. However, after a while, I started feeling like I wasn't making much progress with my life. Like, I had started making money seriously at around, I'd say 21 years old. And now I'm 22, but however, I felt as though I was getting comfortable with my lifestyle. I was working a 9 to 5 and I was day trading on the side. So a lot of my time was going to that 9 to 5. And I wouldn't say I didn't have the time, but the time that I would have had for trading was going towards my 9 to 5. So I wasn't really putting as much time as I wanted to into my personal craft. And as a result, I felt as though I was putting all of my plans and dreams on the back burner for this 9 to 5, and I felt like I was staying stagnant. Like I was just running in this circle to nowhere. And I'm sure, as some of you know, when you're working a 9 to 5, there's not really any growth. There's not really any growth for yourself. This is my opinion. And there's not really any growth on the amount of income or capital that you can make. Like, you can't scale your 9 to 5. You can only be making a certain amount of money, or you can only be on a salary per year. And yeah, that is a big reason why I decided to move here, because I feel as though that if you aren't growing, then you're dying. There is no in between. There is no staying stagnant. You're either growing or you're dying. That's just the bottom line. And once I started working this 9 to 5, I felt myself slowly dying. You know, all that shit about 9 to 5s that people say about, like, I don't know, coming home and not wanting to do anything at the end of the day, that shit is real. That shit is definitely real. Like, you spend so much time and energy and effort into growing someone else's dream that you completely just don't even want to work on your own. And this may sound like an excuse, and to be quite frank, I think it is an excuse, because even though I was tired most of the time after getting off of work, I still would study. I still would put in time and effort into my own things. I still would go to the gym, but it wasn't as much effort that I wanted to put into my own craft, into working out, that I would have put into it if I wasn't working that 9 to 5. I hope I articulated that well. But anyways, that is a big reason why I decided to move here. Another reason why I decided to move here, well, this kind of goes into the last reason, is I was making money from trading, pretty good money, and I felt like I was getting comfortable. Like, accepting that I got really, really accepting of going to work and pretty much that's it. That was my life. I got pretty comfortable with that, and that's a terrible existence, to be honest. And I became aware of that a few months into the 9 to 5. Like I was just going to work, working on someone else's dream, and then not really doing much else after work. Like I was still working on myself, but I'm the type of person who needs constant stimulation in order to improve myself. And what I mean by that, let me articulate this. What I mean by that is going to work for a 9 to 5, 5 days a week is so fucking boring to me. I need to be doing something where the task or the challenge that I'm trying to accomplish or the goal that I'm trying to accomplish is overwhelmingly difficult to the point to where I am forced to be very, very conscious about every single decision that I make. I am forced to be able to have to be intentional about the decisions that I make, because going to work and then living for the weekend, which is what most people do, including myself, I did that when I was working 9 to 5. Going to work and working and living for the weekend, excuse me, that is completely mundane to me. That is so redundant and mundane to me. It's a boring existence. There's so much more to life than living for the weekend or just going to work on someone else's dream and putting yours on the back burner. There's so much more to life than that. So much more. And for me, I'm the type of person who I want to fucking crush life. I want to be put in a situation to where I'm forced to grow, where I'm forced to be able to have to become the person that I want to be. Like I want to be forced to be put into a position where I'm working towards chasing my dreams, or I'm working towards doing whatever I want. I'm working towards building my business, scaling my income with trading. I want to be put in a position where I can do that. And I felt as though coming here to Thailand would force me to do that, because I'm completely out of my comfort zone. I am completely out of my comfort zone. Being in a foreign place that I've been to once before, I have to grow. There is a metaphorical cliff behind my back that if I don't grow, then I'll fall. But if I do work towards my goals, I do grow as a person, then the progress that I'll make will be exponential. This is my mindset behind why I decided to move here. I'm the type of person who wants to always be doing something difficult and overcoming that challenge, overcoming that obstacle, or overcoming that adversity, and growing and coming out better outside of the situation. The next reason why I decided to move here is because I'm also a very, very logical person. I just want to put that out there. Living in California doesn't make much sense from a financial standpoint for the majority of people, including myself. Like, I make decent money to be able to support myself at 22 years old. However, living there, it feels like my progress was being kind of stifled by the cost of living there. And what I mean by that is the cost of living in California it just doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Like when I came here to Thailand the first time, my quality of life was so much better than my quality of life in California. And my quality of life here in Thailand was so much better in California. My quality of life here in Thailand is so much better than it was in California on less money. So I get more here for less money than I do in California for more money. So the pros outweighed the cons of staying in California. So like I'm paying more in California for a decent mediocre lifestyle. I'd say pretty average. But here in Thailand, I'm paying less to live fucking amazing. which is pretty crazy to say the least. Right now, I'm in a hotel. I actually, after this video, I'm gonna be signing my lease to move into my condo. But the condo that I'm moving into is fucking amazing. It is so nice. And for the amount of money that I'm paying for it, it's well worth it. Compared to California, if I were to move into a condo in where I was living in around Newport Beach. If I were to move into a condo there, I'd be paying close to 10 grand a month, which is insane to me. But yeah, the cost of living here is fucking amazing. I think making money is growing as a person, making more money. I also think saving more money helps you grow as a person because yeah, making more money is one thing. Yeah, you're growing as a person, you're growing your finances, you're growing mentally. But when you're saving more money, you're also making more money as well. So it kind of doubles your progress, doubles your growth in a way. It's like the compound effect. Like when you're making more money, you keep making it, it compounds, and then it compounds to a point to where it's much more than when you first started, but I feel like the same thing applies to when you save money, when you're saving more money. So that's another reason why I decided to move here. The next reason why I decided to move here, well, this kind of goes into the last reason, but being here, I will be saving more money. I will be forced to grow as a person. And I will also be happier because being here, there's a sense of freedom that you get that you don't get from being in America. And let me touch into that topic a little bit more. What I mean by that freedom is that living in America, there's kind of like this stigma of like I don't know why, but people feel as though that they need to work in order to live. And that's not the case. Times are changing. You need to be able to make money from your phone or your laptop. We have social media nowadays. We have the internet. We have ways where we can make money online. But being in America, people feel as though they need to trade their time for money when that's not the case. I would rather trade my money for more money. I think that is how you build true wealth and attain true freedom, by trading your money for more money instead of your freedom, your time, for money. Trading your time for money is probably the worst thing that you can do. Unless you're like a young person just trying to make money, trying to move out of your parents' house, or like just trying to like everyone has a starting point, right? But I'm saying once you use your 9 to 5 as a stepping stone and as a starting point, then you need to be thinking of ways to make money using the internet, because being in America, it feels as though that everyone feels like they need to, they feel like they need to just trade their time for money. And it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I truly cannot comprehend why people feel that way. From the age of 4 to 5, from very young, we are basically being programmed and taught in schools to be employees instead of being our own boss, instead of working for ourselves, instead of maintaining the discipline for ourselves to work for ourselves. Like, the thing is, everyone in the world is disciplined. Every single person, I feel like, is disciplined in one thing. I'm going to use some extreme examples here, right? People who go to school and do homework, they're disciplined. They're disciplined because they do homework every day. They study every day, right? People who do drugs or crackheads or drug addicts, they're disciplined. They are disciplined to making sure that they do the drugs that they do. They're disciplined to making sure that they find a way to make money to buy more drugs. People who play video games are disciplined. They're disciplined in playing a video game every single day. Now, get this, if you apply that same level of discipline that you have for other things to literally anything else, you would start to improve your life little by little. And this is what I did with day trading. But to go back to the last subject that I was talking about, people in America feel as though that like if you don't work a 9 to 5, then you're less than like a human. Like working a 9 to 5 does not make you a better person. It does not make you more mature. In my opinion, working a 9 to 5 just means that you're lazy. To be honest, it just means that you didn't put in any time for yourself. This only applies to people who don't put in time for themselves. I feel as though that working a 9 to 5 just means that you're lazy. Like, to be blunt. But the culture in America makes it so normalized for people to just be on this grind set, hustle set, like this toxic ass like culture of work, 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 work. And then, yeah, working is great. I'm a hard worker. I love to work, but to work and have nothing to show for it is completely silly to me. And it will always be silly to me. So that's like another reason why that I decided to move to Thailand, because the freedom here that I have it's priceless. Freedom is priceless. Time is priceless. I always say this, but time, you will never give it back. Excuse me, you will never get it back. You will never get your time back. It's priceless. And having freedom it's just as priceless. So that's another reason why I decided to move here to Bangkok. The next reason why I decided to move here is because this kind of goes into my last few reasons, but like I said, I'm forced to grow here. I'm in a foreign place, foreign environment, 10,000 miles away from home. I have to grow here. I have to become that person that I imagine myself being, that successful person that does whatever he wants, that literally chases his dreams, that tries new things. And I don't see anything wrong with trying new things, you know? Like, I feel as though a lot of people are stuck in their comfort zones. And I feel as though a lot of people are like stuck in this like metaphorical jail cell in their minds where they're just afraid of I don't know what it is. I guess they're afraid of failing or just trying new things, or they're afraid of what other people will think about them. I don't know what it is, but me, I don't have that fear. I could care less what people think. I could care less about fear. I could care less about any of these things because I know that I could die today or tomorrow. Like hypothetically speaking, and all these things that I would be so caught up in my head about would not even matter. So I believe taking risk and doing new things and trying new things is the only way to grow as a person, you know? That is just my mindset behind it all. But next reason why I decided to move here is just because, like I said before, I feel so much more free here, feel so much more happier here. I just feel like this is how life is supposed to be, simplistic, minimalistic. Like, I go to the store, I order food. I just ordered a meal. I ate chicken and fried rice, and then I had some sushi with it as well, and a protein shake. All for $3. That is insane. If I ordered that back in the States, that'd be minimum $15. Like, it's crazy to me. But yeah, these are all the reasons that I can think of off the top of my head right now. But I'm gonna be making more videos about this subject, about this topic, as well as I'm gonna be making more videos just diversifying my content. So you guys can expect vlog style videos in the next few days, and just more diverse, versatile content to try out and to just put on my channel, because I'm all about trying new things. But if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, and also subscribe too. If you subscribe, it really helps me out. I really appreciate that. But just leave a like and comment down below, and also follow me on Instagram down in the description. My Instagram is Sir Paris Charles. It's just my name. And I'm gonna be posting a lot of content about Thailand and day trading and gym content on my Instagram. So if you follow me on there, you can see a lot more of me, a lot more like authentic me on there. But yeah, if you like this video and you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, which should be a condo tour. But peace.